Welcome, everyone. Another round of Dumbbell Strength coming up. My name is Ken Hur, and I'm going to take you through that Dumbbell Strength. Today, obviously, we will need some dumbbells. We're going to be trying to do two major circuits. We're going to put in the extra rep load, so we'll be doing 2 sets of 15 on these rep loads. So pick your weights wisely as we go. We got 5 exercises in each circuit. If we have some time at the end, we may end with a finisher, but if not, we'll shoot for those 2 sets of 15 through these exercises. Before we get going into the actual dumbbells, make sure your space is set up so that there's no danger on the floor. The dumbbells are always out of the way until we're using them. Water, towel if you need it. Let's get going. Let's start warming up. Hands come up overhead, reach to the toes, sit in, up we go. 1. Very good. And 4. We got 6 more of these. 5. Halfway there. Excellent job. Keep it going. 2 more now on these sumo squat to Y stands. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get into our inverted hamstrings here. Hold on to something if you need to. Leg kicks back. We just got 5 on each side on this one. Let's go ahead and switch it up if you need to. If you don't need to hold on, you don't have to hold on. You can just do here. Just make sure your balance is there. Remember, we're not working on balance here. We're working on warming up the muscle groups. So how well you can balance, not really a concern for this warm-up exercise. 1 more now. Excellent. Take another exercise here. We're going to step back. We're not dropping that back knee. We're just stepping back to straight leg, rotating, and back up. Rotate into the step, right? So rotate into the leg that's back. Here we go. Excellent. This is all about opening up that hip flexor, right? You should feel that back of the hip. You should feel the inside of the hip flexor. There's a slight bend in that knee now. It's not stiff-legged like this. This is a slight bend. I'm just not looking for a major reverse lunge here. Excellent. Let's turn it around. Try that other side. Step here. Good. 1 more now. Excellent job. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and get our push jacks on. So right here, we're just going to jump, open, close. All right, so the push up as we jack forward or as we jack side to side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. It's all about getting the heart rate up, starting to move those muscles. And 15. Excellent, excellent job. Okay, first up, we've got some deadlifts. All right, so with our deadlift, what we're looking for here, grab those weights. We usually do a little heavier weights on the deadlift. We're going to be doing Romanian deadlifts as we've done in the past, where we got dumbbells at the thighs, reaching. Romanian just means we're stopping below the knees. Regular deadlift, we would go into more of a squat here and then lift it up from there. Romanian, we're just pushing those hips back. Once we feel that pull in the hamstrings, glute, we squeeze back up. Big thing on this one, back is flat, right? Pushing my butt up. All happens in what we call the hip hinge, right? So the hips kick out, glutes push us back up. That's what we're looking for. That's exercise number 1, set of 15. Then we're gonna go down to the ground. We get set of 15 chest presses. We're gonna follow that with some bent over rows. Then a bicep curl, then we call it diagonal crunch. I'll show you that when we get to it. We're gonna need a small weight. We'll actually crunch across our body or sit up across our body. All right, those are gonna be our 5. Again, 2 sets, 15 reps, all right? So pick your weights wisely. We've got a little more reps, not as many on the sets, all right? Here we go. So let's go ahead and start with these deadlifts. I'll start with the straight on version view. We've got 15. So remember, eyes are forward. They don't want to stay up. Just eyes forward. Come with me. Good. 1. Squeeze at the glutes. Go that more angled version. Down. Squeeze at the glutes. 2. Good. 3. 4. Eyes stay forward. They don't look straight down. That makes you curl over. Good. Five more now. Good reps. 4. Squeeze at those glutes, remember. 3. 2. And 1. Very good, very good. Hopefully felt that coming through the hamstring glute. If you felt that in the lower back, we're probably rolling a little bit too much. So make sure we're using that hip hinge function. All right, let's go ahead and come down. Our next setup is going to be our chest press. Remember, bring these weights to the thighs first. Safety first on these. We don't want to just lift them from the ground. So we bring them to the thighs, whether you're on the bench or the flat floor. Same thing applies. So, bringing these back. Tighten the tummy. Belly to spine. Squeeze at the glutes. We've got 15 chest presses. Here we go. Nice, easy tempo. Not a race. Two more now. Excellent. Bring them to the chest. Nice and easy bringing them down. Very, very good job. We've got our bent over rows coming up next. So with the bent over rows, what we're looking for, and I'll give you an option for this, folks. If you're not comfortable with that bent over row, so right, the bent over row is going to be here in that deadlift position. Dumbbells are here. We're pulling straight to the back up. If you're not comfortable with that, you feel that's too much on the back, I just want you to come to here, and you're going to alternate on me with those rows. We're going to be doing 15 from the bent over position. So if you're doing the single arm, you can try to shoot for 30, or you can try to just shoot for the timing that it takes us to do our 15. All right, and then wherever you get, you get. Okay. Let's go ahead. Reach it down. Get into that good position, right? Get that deadlift position. Dumbbells are not out in front. They're at the sides of the knee. 3, 2, 1. Pull them up. 1. And you can bring them right into the front of the knee. That's fine, but we don't want to get way out here. 2. Flat back. 6. Last one here. 15. Excellent job, folks. Excellent job. We got bicep curls coming up next. What are you comfortable with for 15 rows? All right, in our bicep curls, we got 2 to 3 different options, right? We've talked about this before. We can go from a flat on the wall, feet are out about a foot off the wall, but my back's flat on the wall so that when I curl, I don't yank. If not, standing still or kneeling position or even seated position, we're going to do our standard curl with rotation, right? We rotate as we come up. We rotate back down. Here we go. 15, 3, 2, 1. Curl with me. 1. Nice and easy. Remember, 1,000, 1,002. 1,000, 1,002. That's number 2. 3. Nice and tall. 4. If you feel like you're starting to pull back. 5, maybe it's a little too much weight. Or maybe use the wall. This is where a seated version can help as well. You can put your back up against that chair. Five more now. Last one now. We got this. Oh, yeah, very good. 15 on those. Now, next one, we got that diagonal sit-up. So, doesn't need to be heavy. I've got a 8-pound weight here. You can go with 3 to 5 weight on this one if you need to. Here's what we're looking for. I'll show you from left to right just because you can see this angle a little bit better. But what we're looking for, our regular sit-up is here. We're going to take this weight, and we're going to do what we call a diagonal sit-up. So the weight's going to go, also call this a row sit-up, rowing sit-up, because we're going to come down here, and then it's like we're rowing this dumbbell right over here, back down. We're rolling that dumbbell to right there. So I like to, even if you see on this side, I like to take that dumbbell, just tuck it at the end. Here, tuck it, bring it out, bring it back here. Here, tuck it, just gives us a little bit more concentration. So we got 10 on each side. Let's start left side, high, right side, hips, right? 3, 2, 1, let's get it up. Tuck it in. 1, bring it back over. 2, tuck it. 3, 4, 5, excellent job. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one on this side, 10. You'll notice here too, I'm not coming a high amount up. I'm not looking to get that lower back too far off the ground, right? Here we go. Here, tuck. 1, squeezing at the belly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and number 10. Great job on those, folks. Go ahead and take a little breather. Get a little water if you need it. We're going to be on to our second set next. This is more about the rep load today. We increased that rep load. 3 sets of 10 is going to give us 30 reps, or 2 sets of 15. Same thing. We're just putting more pressure on the time under tension in each actual set that we're doing, in each actual exercise group, I should say. So first up, we've got those deadlifts again. So you guys remember, if you felt your lower back, you may be rolling a little bit. All right, so really concentrate. One big thing, if you have a wall, what I like to do is I like to stand about 1.5 feet off the wall and push my butt into the wall to feel that. Push my butt into the wall. I'm trying to push the butt into the wall. I feel the wall behind me. If you go down and it's already in the wall, you can step out a little further. You basically want to go far enough so that the butt touches the wall. You're right here, flat back, and then you're pushing off that wall with your glutes to get that final push on the deadlift. Romanian deadlift, I should mention. If we're doing a standard deadlift, what happens is we get into that hip hinge position. Then it's a mini squat to get down there. Then we come all the way through that. Not today, though. Today we stick with the Romanian deadlift. All right, pick up those weights. We are on to round number 2. Deadlifts are up. I'll stay on that kind of angle. I'll just go this way this time. Little angle. Feet are shoulder width apart, right? So you see here, shoulder width apart. I don't need them too wide, and I don't want them together necessarily, all right? We want a good stable base. It's usually shoulder width. 3, 2, 1. Sit that butt back. Right, touching the back of the wall. 1, squeeze the glutes up. 2, excellent. 3, eyes don't look up. They don't look straight down. They just look forward. We got 3 more now after this one. Eyes are forward. 2 more. Last one. Great job. Flat back. Squeeze it up. All right. Excellent. Hopefully that one felt really, really good. Oh yeah, next we got that chest. So we'll work on that chest press next. Come into position. Remember, if you're using a bench or you're using the ground, try to start on the thighs. A little safer to press that way. I'll wiggle my way down here. Bring it to the chest. Flat back, head back. Here we go. 1, 2, you want to add a little abdominal component. You can pick those legs up. 3, only if you're comfortable with it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more now, folks. 14, 15, bring them down safely. Excellent. We got those bent over rows coming up next. Make sure the weight is safe. Make sure the weight's comfortable. Remember, if you did this last time and you felt a lot in the back, as the weight gets too heavy out here, instead of having this position, we tend to roll like this. That's what puts the pressure on the low back. Or we're to extend out too much. So the weights fall kind of right in between the legs. You pull in, back down. We want to keep them under our chest because if they get out past our shoulder, we're putting that pressure on the low back. All right. Your best bent over rows. I'll go forward on this one. Good. Flat back, right? Weights are in the middle. Here we go. Pull. 1, 2. Nothing else moves but those arms. 3. Squeeze at the side. 4, 5, 6. Your legs should be working too. 7. Glute squeezing. 8. Belly to spine. 9. 10. 5 more now. And last one. Excellent, excellent job on that, folks. All right, we got bicep curls coming up next. You need to just put those dumbbells down if you're using the same ones. Different ones, shake it out. Let's come back to it. Remember, 15, 2-2 tempo. Don't get too fast on me. 3, 2, 1. Let's curl it out. 1, nice and slow. No swinging. 2, just stops down there. Stops when the knuckles are facing the side. I may have lost a little count. I think this is number 6. Hopefully if I'm off, 8, I'm off where we have to do extra. 9, rather do bonus than not enough. 10, slow it down now. Last one. Oh, yeah, good bicep curls on that one, folks. Good bicep curls. All right, we got our sit-ups. I'm going to go a little bit more weight this round. You don't have to. You can stay at your same weight. Remember, with this diagonal crunch, I'm not looking for an extreme sit-up to where I'm leaving the ground too much with my lower back, right? From this angle, I'm just barely coming up here. Let's go. Left side to right. Left shoulder, I should say, to right hip here first. 10 on right, 10 on left, 10 on right. 3, 2, 1. Up. Tuck it in. 1. Up. Gotta tighten that tummy to tuck it in, right? 2. Note that the eyes don't need to come up with you. They can look straight up at the ceiling, right? You know how to move with those arms without looking at it. 2 more now after this one. Now 2. Last one on this side. Let's switch it up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. 4 left to go on this one. Excellent, excellent job, folks. Very, very good. 2 rounds, 15, just like that. Set 1 in the books. Let's get on to set 2 coming up next. Get your water when you need it, as you need it. Let's talk about set 2 while you're in a little recovery here. We've got a lunge. All right, this one we're just going to do 20 all together. We're going to alternate the lunge, right? Standard lunge, down, back up. If the lunge bothers you, I know not everybody is comfortable with their knees going into those lunges. Remember our backup exercise, that step, tuck up, step, tuck up. You still need some balance. You're still moving through your hip flexors, right? This is our lunge. Moving through the hip flexors, we get a little more quad, but this way is still moving through the hip flexors, coming back. I'm still gonna have a slight quad work. So it's a good alternative if you don't love lunges. 20 of the lunges, alternating there. Overhead shoulder press. I'm gonna go from the knees, just because of ceiling height. We're gonna look for standard overhead press. Tuck it in. If you prefer an open shoulder press, that's totally fine. Remember that the head of the humerus, the shoulder pocket, is like this when we're here, so it's a little safer if you're going heavier. If you want to come outside, it does work a little bit more musculature because the head of the humerus rolls out of that pocket, so it's not as protected. That's why we tend to stay with this type of overhead press. Not saying that this is a dangerous exercise. You're going to use more muscle mass because it's not as protected, but if you've had shoulder issues in the past, I would stick with that tight press. All right, after that, we're going to go into upright rows. So we'll just switch it to, instead of going up, we'll switch it to an upright pull. All right, 15 of those. We then go to a lying tricep extension. I'm looking for the skull crusher extension just like this from a lying position. If you prefer a overhead tricep press, you can do that one as well. I'll give you that option for that tricep. And then last but not least, we'll get some weighted Russian twist. So similar to the diagonals, you'll pick that 1 dumbbell and we'll go across 20 all together. Okay, had time to process it, right? We've talked through it. Let's get into our lunges first. Look for those weights that you're comfortable with. Make sure, unlike I do most of the time, that you have the same weight in each hand. It's always my struggle. If you're lunging over a mat, just be careful. You'll see every now and then you can flick it up. I like to, if you do use a mat for that lunge distance, I like to put 1 toe on it, and then when I step down, I step with the heel down, and that gives me a pretty good distance of a lunge, and it keeps the mat from moving. So just my little tip of the day. All right, let's get those lunges on. Alternating, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down, 1. Nice and tall. 's going to be our halfway point, 10 to go. One of the biggest mistakes I see made with lunges is letting those weights travel on you right to here. Don't move with the weights. The weights stay right next to your hips. 6 to go now. 3, 2, 1. That's a lot of lunges. Great work on that. All right, overhead shoulder presses coming up next. Find where you're comfortable pressing with. As I said before, I'm going to go into a kneeling press. You can do this from a seated position. You can do it from that standing position. Totally fine. Sometimes overhead is an issue. What's overhead? That's the issue for me. But we're going to start here, right? Nice and easy. 1,000, 1,002, 1,000, 1,002. Here we go. Knees together, feet together if you're in that kneeling position. Squeeze your glutes. You'll get some core, quad work out of this. And glute work. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Overhead. 2. Keep them in that tight line. Last 5 here. You pick that right weight. Keep those elbows tight. 2. Last one. Excellent. Bring that weight down. Shake it out of that. When we do these upright rows, biggest thing here, watch the wrist rolling. I'm looking to being the elbows high. The wrist is going to have a little kick, right? Because elbow's going this way, wrist is going up. That's fine. But I don't want to see you roll the wrist over like this. Just keep it straight. All right, so one example here. See the wrist stay straight. You can still see the face of the watch. Back down. I don't want to see the watch disappearing. Face of the watch disappearing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Elbow high. 1, 2, 3. Tighten that tummy. 5 to go now. If you need to adjust weight in set, that's fine. Don't put yourself in an injury-prone position. Excellent, excellent job. Great, great work on this one. Tricep extensions coming up next. Again, if you're more comfortable with doing what we were talking about before, that overhead from here, elbows are tight, that's totally fine if you're not really on the end of the lying tricep extensions. They're also called skull crushers. We do the skull crushers a little bit more using a barbell, but the same idea is there, right? Dumbbells are in the hands. The idea here is that the dumbbells come right next to the ears, pressing straight up. We should never see the elbows or the shoulders shift back and forth. We're straight here, bending at the elbows, straight up. Find your weights. 3, 2, 1, drop it in. Perfect. Nice and easy. Remember 1,001, 1,002. 1,001, 1,002. Number 4, 5. Last couple here. Excellent job. Bring those down. Swivel over. Remember with a Russian twist now. I'm going to face you guys for this, but with a Russian twist, 3 different ways really you can do it. Feet flat on the ground, right? Both feet in the ground, or 1 foot on the ground. Always want to have that slight, I'll try to get an angle here, slight lean back. We call it a V sit, right? We're making like a V, but don't go so far back that it's all on the lower back. So it's just a slight angle back. You've got to control it with the abdominals though, folks. If you can't control the abdominals, you're too far back. Tighten through those abdominals. I'm looking for 20 reaches. So 1, 2, we're going across the body. Get over there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last one each side. 20. Excellent, excellent job. Hopefully felt that in that rotational or oblique muscle area. Russian twist. Set 2, round 1 in the books. Let's get to a little bit of water, little breather, catch your breath if you need to. Excuse me. And we got those lunges coming up. As with the first set, this is your time to adjust the weight if you need to. Manage the weight if you need to increase it because it wasn't hard enough. Go for that. If you need to decrease because you were stressed a little bit. Biggest one I see on this one is that upright row. Don't get yourself in danger where you're pulling back to yank it up because it's too heavy. Right here. If you don't really go to too light of weights and you're worried about that, hold on to one dumbbell, come straight up like this, or hold the dumbbell on the end like this. The biggest thing, like we talked about, that watch face coming here. It's one of the biggest ones we see the issues with. The lunges, you can put a little too much weight on there and suffer through that and be all right. Upright row tends to put us in a little bit of trouble spot. Same with the overhead shoulder press. So make sure you have the correct dumbbells. Make sure your form's good because we're going right into those lunges. Second set, second round. Here we go. Nice and tall. Keep it going. Keep going, 5 more. Time. All right, sorry about that. Little bit of a snafu here. Okay, let's go ahead and get into our second one of here, overhead press. Knees together, feet together. Bring it here. 3, 2, 1. Let's get those overheads. Nice and easy. Everything's tight, right? We got 5 more to go. 2, last push, and 1. Excellent job. Go ahead and shake those out. Give it a little break before we go right into that upright row. Grab those dumbbells nice and tall on the chest. 3, 2, 1. Upright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 10 to go now. Last one here. And 15. Excellent, excellent job. All right. We are going to that lying tricep coming up next. Here we go. So, get out there safely, remember. Arms are up. 15, nice and easy, folks. Here we go. Drop them in. 1. 5 down, 10 to go. Last one here. Good breathing. Tighten the tummy. Down and extension up. Very, very good job. All right. Let's flip it. Let's get to those rotations here, folks. All right. Feet are up, right? We got those 2 rotations, or 20 rotations, sorry. Hold that dumbbell like this. You can also hold it like this if this is more comfortable. However you feel like holding that dumbbell. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. $19, $20. Excellent, excellent job, everyone. How we feeling? We did our 2 circuits of 15 as promised. We got a little time, so we're gonna do a little bit of a finisher. And this finisher, the beauty of this, I know this is dumbbell strength and all, but the beauty of this finisher is we get to do it all body weight. So we're gonna try to use the muscle groups that we worked a little bit today. So we've got 4 exercises. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 really quickly, get through those body weight exercises. So obviously we did some leg work, so we're gonna be doing glute bridges for that one. All right, we'll be on the ground, glute bridges, 10. We'll flip over, we've got 10 push-ups. If you need to use a wall, elevated surface, or go from the knees, that's totally fine. Want you to just get the best out of this here. That's the idea. Then we worked a little bit of core. So we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna do 20 dead bugs. I'll show you that as we get there. It's 10 on each leg is what we're looking for those dead bugs. Then we're gonna come up and do a squat thrust, which is basically a burpee without all the crazy jumping. All right, so it's just gonna be down, squat to here, thrust out, thrust in. If you need to, you can step, 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 step. But we got quick 3 sets of 10. Here we go. 3, 2, glute bridges are up first. 1, let's do it with me. Here we go, 1. We use those hamstrings really, really well for those deadlifts. 9, 10. Excellent. Quick flip over. These are meant to just be nice and quick, exhausting the muscle completely. Here we go. Remember, you can do it from here, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. All right, dead bugs. Almost forgot what I put in there. Bring the hands up, straight up. Bring the knees up. All I want you to do, alternate. If you want to keep the feet off the ground, you can, or you can touch that heel down. Here we go. Almost there. 19, 20. Excellent, excellent job. 10 on the squat thrust. And I just realized I said 3 sets. I meant 2 sets of 10 here. We're sticking with the 2 set round today. All right, so we're gonna come down here, squat down. If you can't get that low, come to here, then reach. All right, I want you to get that first initial squat. All right, here we go. Kick it out, kick it up. Stand with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is using those legs now, those quads that we worked with the lunges. Halfway there on this one. 3 more now. And number 10. All right. So we got one more time through. It's not called a finisher because it's the easiest thing of the day to do. It's called a finisher because it's finishing our body, our muscles, finishing this workout strong. Take a quick breath. One big inhale. Exhale, let's go again. 1, 2, belly to spine. 3, that means pulling that belly button through the ground. 4, when you're down. 5, squeezing up through the glutes. 6, glutes being in your cheeks. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's rotate it. We got those last set of push-ups here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Excellent. And you're getting some good tricep and bicep work on those push-ups, obviously. When we're on the negative in the press, we're working those components of the arm as well as the chest. All right, let's get those abdominals going again. Dead bugs. Bring it up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Excellent job. 20 of those. We've got our squat thrust coming up next. Last ones of the day. Let's go. We got 10 squat thrusts. Sorry about that. Keep stopping on me here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Down. 1, 2. Let's finish strong here. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're getting there. We're getting there. 7, 8, 9. Last one. And number 10. Great, great finish. Let's go ahead and go to a kneeling position real quick. We got just a minute here to finish out. Quick stretch here. Kneeling down. Once you bring this foot forward, you're going to extend now. Hand on the knee. If you want to make this a little more tough, you can extend this way. We're pushing forward, stretching out that hip flexor. A little more hip flexor, raise that hand. Excellent, excellent job today, guys. We finished 2 sets of 15. We even got a good finisher, and let's go ahead and pull this back. Pull the chest to the knee, trying to get that good hamstring stretch. You can grab that toe too, get a little extra calf in there. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Total body strength. Increase those reps today. Always good to finish it off with that good body weight routine. Remember, you can lift up if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Time to catch that breath. Let the body calm. Let the body recover. Coming up here. You can stay kneeling. You can stand for this one, but we're going to cross those arms. Reach it forward. Reach it down a little bit more so you get that back stretch in. Now let's reach it nice and high. Open it behind. Pull those chest, pectoral, and shoulder muscles. Open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out here. Come on up for me. Make sure you cool down and stretch any more of your body that needs a little bit more recovery. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Great job today. Dumbbell strength in the books. See you, folks.